Hey guys, Fusile here with another video. I'm basically going to be reviewing March. I wanted to make sure I did this and also uploaded it not on the actual first day of April for various reasons, but also talk about a lot of things that have happened. March was a little turbulent, but not terrible to say the least. I know I'm getting my list out to kind of recall what all has happened, and it's a lot. It kind of feels like a blur now, but I mean, we made it and I can't complain. It's honestly been great. There's been a lot of greats, a lot of highs, lows, and lessons to learn from all of it. So I'll start with the highs, but I'll kind of mix it in with the lows. So I'll just go with the lows. I switched it. So March definitely kind of revealed a lot of uncertainty for me, and that kind of has been a process to kind of understand in itself. I feel like I've been doing really well. I still been journaling every single day. I've been able to maintain that since the start of this year. Really happy I was able to go to a park and just really recall a lot of the days that I've had this month, and just frequently going on more walks to kind of just embed myself in nature and just really clear out a lot of things that I was feeling or holding on to energetically. So I think that was really a great plus to have, even though I did not write that down. Motivational struggles. I mean, I guess with season of uncertainty is going to take a certain toll on your motivation or how you feel. I can definitely say it did kind of cause it to kind of plateau for a little bit, but maybe it was just rest that I needed. So I'm trying to take that with grace to understand that it probably was just time for me to take a break and just kind of get back behind a reason and a motive to stand behind and really like push forward with that with time and also taking breaks as well. I burned my face. It's not really it's interesting. It's like I consider that it was a low because it really sucked. It hurt. Going through the process of that, and it's like it's healing up fine now, which I'm really grateful for. But at the same time, just not putting any makeup on it and just kind of bearing it for what it was. I've actually gotten a lot of responses. Someone came up to me when I was at a show and was just like, "Oh my goodness, your skin is so beautiful and you just bear everything that you are." And I just bought makeup to cover up my skin and unevenness, and I realized, and it didn't dawn on me until after the fact that I realized it was just kind of like being used as a vessel to show to other people that sometimes just bear all of who you are, and just give yourself a little bit more grace that you are, beautiful just the way you are. And again, it can be tricky, easier said than done, but it was really eye-opening to have it seen in that light. So that was really nice. A lot of the highs that I had, Lewis sent me a book. So if you guys saw a post, Lewis Howells, if any of you guys who don't know, I could possibly put his information down in the description as well. He does this amazing podcast called The School of Greatness, and he's part of this community called the Greatness Community. I happen to also be part of it. And for the releasing of his latest book this past month in March, he actually sent us courtesy copy of his book right at our doorstep. So it was really cool. So let me actually get that. All right. So he gave us the book, The Greatness Mindset, which was really cool, and it came with a little note that was really sweet saying, so grateful for your love and support and being part of the Greatness Community. Please enjoy this copy of my new book, and just definitely appreciate you, from Lewis. And that was really sweet because it just really shocked me, but it also really emphasized the importance of community when you have great people around you, great energy, and when you have like-minded people who really want to do the same things that you want to do. It is so huge and crucial to your growth and just accountability when it comes to improving in whatever it is that you want to do. So I thought that was truly incredible. I can say wonderful ideas for a podcast, which I mean, I know a lot of people, there's a lot of podcasts that are going on, but with you guys, I like being able to just kind of be transparent in certain ways and just be vulnerable and talk to you guys about various topics, doing these little mental check-ins to make sure you guys are okay, and just talk about various topics and things where I do with other projects. So I'm excited. I consider that a high because I was able to write down a lot of things and kind of get the inspiration going. So, oh yes, another positive for my job, I've been working with a nonprofit and kind of getting more into like fundraising and work with that, which has been really great. And it was like one of my first, campaigns and grassroots efforts, and for it to go and be, successful in its launch and just see it grow and people support it. My family, oh my gosh, I was bawling like a baby when I found so many cousins of my family supporting it, because it just meant so much to me, and I've been working on it since last November. That really meant so much to me. And I'm just like such a cloud nine, so high from the appreciation and gratitude that I had. And I'm actually kind of checking now to see where we are, if we were able to hit the goal, because I know it finishes on the 3rd of April. So I know today is the 2nd. And then if I'm able to put this up either tomorrow or whenever I do, we're so close. We're so close. $225 away, and the it ends tomorrow. So okay, I'm really excited that is going to be close to being fully funded, and this is my first effort of doing something to raise money for a great cause. So I was really grateful, and that was something that really lifted my spirits. Overall lessons I could say I learned in this month: you gotta give yourself credit for a lot of things that you do. Sometimes you are your biggest enemy, and sometimes you're your biggest obstacle in your own way. And I can say that learning from all of the things and documenting this process and how I've been able to grow and expand in an amazing variety of ways has been incredible, and it has allowed me to understand that I need to give myself more grace, and that's the process, and the effort that you put in to do it has been really amazing. And I just can't express how excited I am. I see like one of the ideas I wrote down for another thing to check in with you guys is like I spread positivity for however many minutes, and it allows you guys to kind of see exactly what I do, and just sometimes just speaking kind words to you guys. There's a lot of things that we deal with in the world, and sometimes we hear a lot more negative things than positive. And so if there's anything I can do in my day when I'm up and about and I'm awake and I'm I have breath in my body, I want to be able to speak wonderful things to you guys. And if it even helps just one person, I did my job. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity to do that. And so having grace and giving myself the opportunity to really revel in that I'm doing just fine. I'm on the right path. What I'm looking for, what I'm searching for is going to find me in its right time. And that has been really, relieving for me. It's been quite a journey just personally, just how I've been, dealing with a lot of the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of life. But I'm grateful for all of it, because that's what comes with it. That's how life is, and that's how you experience it. And perspective is everything. About how you see it is how you're able to get to that next step. Because of course, if you don't appreciate it and learn from that lesson, you will get it again. And so I like to learn the lesson the first time. I'm not saying I'm perfect, not saying that I've passed it every single time the first time, but if I'm able to, I certainly make sure that I do. And I can say that's what this month has been. It's been amazing. Got to go to Virginia for GalaxyCon Richmond. That was amazing. That was really fun. Hanging out with Mike and Wiley and just all of the wonderful guests. I got to meet so many amazing people and writers. I've met Chris Claremont in the past and I got to see him again, which was amazing. And Nacinti, which was truly incredible. Just talking to her from talking on the former podcast, giving credit where it was due about her like effect in comics in general, and just, you know, being a woman that is blazing a trail for other representation for people to be seen is incredible. And meeting my long time, Master Chief. I was like, I don't want to say like it's an idol, but I was like a long time just star in my eyes. Master Chief, Steve Downs. He is the sweetest guy, and it was just amazing to talk with him. I was trying to keep my composure the whole time because he naturally talks like that, and I was just like, there is no freaking way that's your natural voice. That is so cool. And he said my name, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Master Chief knows my name. I was like trying to keep my composure the whole time, but it was truly so amazing. And the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog, Marty Grabstein, totally incredible, sweet soul. And the fact that, I could say that I'm going to be seeing them again, it's wonderful. And the coolest part of all is that they all look forward to seeing me again, because they were like, we'll be looking for you. And there's something about that is just truly remarkable when you can say that you have an opportunity to cosplay and dress up as an indie comic book character. You get to talk to people all the time about comics, about artwork, about anything that just kind of falls under the Comic-Con realm, if you will. And people were like, oh my gosh, so you go to different shows too? Well, I'll see you around. And I think it eases my heart, because I feel like my past experiences and just life in general, goodbyes are really hard for me. So when I heard that, it was not only just really lightening to the heart for me, but it was just such a content feeling to feel like I have friends in so many spaces that have, gotten to know me or having the opportunity to know me. And the fact that they know that it's like, we will see each other again, and it's going to be even better. Like it's only going to get better. It was truly inspiring. So another great one that was a friend that I made was David Schrader. And I cannot wait to start listening to his podcast, where it's called Paranormal 60. So I know, for any of you that know me, I'm not really big on paranormal. And then here I am talking about a podcast and also suggesting one that's called Paranormal 60. Well, he's an awesome, down-to-earth gentleman. I can say that the conversations that we had was just really cool. He was just like, I was able to sit in on a couple of his panels, and they were really cool. The perspective and just how he sees things, it's very similar. We see things about the same when it comes to just energy, when it comes to just like respect and how energy works and things like that. And I would love to talk about that on another video or something, But I thought that was truly incredible. And I guess that goes into another lesson that I learned, was just that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. You worry just to stress yourself out another time for what? There's being concerned. Yes, that can be responsible, but when it comes to worrying about things that are beyond your control, you're just suffering just to suffer. And coming to understand that, again, easier said than done. I'm human, so sometimes I review or I go back over this chapter when it comes to worry. But reminding myself that it's going to be okay is actually, is amazing. And I think going to these shows and figuring out more and more about what I would want to do, because the opportunity is there. It's just a matter of, finding it. And sometimes the opportunity comes to you, and sometimes you have to go to the opportunity. I am very grateful that I feel like I get closer and closer each time. You know, I was able to network with a lot of great people who are creative and amazing in their fields. I was able to meet another YouTuber who does, you know, talks about similar things when it comes to the spiritual and just positive energy and just being who you are, and also just growing your brand and things like that, which is truly cool because having someone that I can talk about, you know, various things like that is incredible. Oh my gosh, another great high that I had was on the last day of March. That's why my schedule to post this was a little off, because I was able to go to this amazing restaurant and have a girls' night. And that was truly incredible because I was around like minded people once again, and they were just so sweet. The energy was amazing, and it was such a safe space. And to have such beautiful views and great food and drinks, it was just an amazing night. I was taking pictures for one of the ladies who basically leads like the calls that we do week to week. And she was like, wow, you take really good pictures. And I was just kind of, you know, getting her the stuff that she needed to get, you know, her reel or whatever she wanted to use it for on her social medias. And she was like, oh, you really kind of, you know what you're talking about. It's just like, I mean, I can help, you know, I feel like I'm fairly knowledgeable about a couple of things. And she was like, we'll talk. And I was like, yes, we will. So, you know, I like to say, you know, stay ready and stay in tune, because you never know where an opportunity might show up, and you have to be your best advocate, because, you know, sometimes it's just you around, and, you know, sometimes you won't have that person to hype you up. You have to hype yourself up, because if I was like, oh, you know, I'm okay, I don't do so well, you know, I probably would not have convinced her then. He was like, oh, well, like, let me see what you do. Like, what do you have, like a portfolio or something? And just talking with her and saying, you know, yeah, I've actually done this, and this. She was really interested. So I'm still learning and I'm still improving on my journey when it comes to just my video editing skills, when it comes to learning more about marketing, when it just comes more about presenting myself in this space. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't, you know, advocate for yourself. You know, I think that's really where imposter syndrome gets the best of us. And you just have to go for it, you know, because even if you fail or say like they're not interested, it's not really a loss. You just didn't find the person that's right for you to work with, you know, but you worked for yourself, you pushed for yourself. And I think that's what really matters, because despite all of the no's that you will receive, especially in this life, you're going to receive a lot of no's, even from the time of childhood, just coming up to a really young age. We hear no a lot. But just that one person needs to say yes. Just one person. It just takes one. But you have to believe in yourself first. So that was a really huge message to me, especially to finish up this month of March. And I'm excited how it's going. It's moving in a great direction. And I'm really thrilled to see where it's going to take me. So I really hope you guys take heed to this. I have some songs in the description as well that I just listened to throughout the month that just kind of were in my head, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please let me know that you like content like this, and what was some of the things that you were encountering this month of March, because there was a lot going on. I know you want to look and check out what was the stars was doing. It was affecting what was going on down here. But, you know, just let me know. What was your highs? What were your lows? What were the lessons that you learned, and how did you make the most of them? I would really love to hear that, because it is a goal for me to improve throughout this year, but I want to see it for you too. I want us to be able to do it together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you another time. Bye.